Welcome to Software 2020 workshop. The workshop will start soon. I request everyone to mute your mics and as well as turn off your cameras. The workshop will start by 7:30. Till then, you guys can take a nap or something because this workshop is going to be for 3 hours. So I guess everyone can have snacks between and everything. So keep yourself hydrated so that this workshop is going to be a little bit long. And I just want to confirm, so people who are in Google Meet, they can just say if I'm audible and loud and clear in the chat box. And people who are in Teams also can just say by saying, am I audible or not? And as well as the people who are in Zoom can just comment in the chat box by saying yes. And people who are in YouTube Live as well can comment in the chat box by saying yes, that whether it's audible or not. I didn't get any reply for the people who are in Google Meet. Am I audible? Thank you. People who are in Zoom, am I audible? Kindly turn off your videos and as well as your. Yes, thank you. People who are in Teams, if you see anyone who is waiting in the lobby, you can simply admit them. So it will be helpful for coordination. Thank you. So the workshop will start by 7:30. The workshop will start by 7:30. I request everyone to be patient. So it's going to be a 3 hours workshop. So kindly be prepared for that. The workshop will start by 7:30. I request everyone to be patient. The workshop is going to be for 3 hours, so kindly be prepared for that. Kindly do not share anything in the chat box. We will have a question and answer session in the last 15 to 20 minutes. During that time, you can share. I request everyone to not to share anything. people who are in YouTube live can comment in the chat box by saying yes if I'm audible and loud and clear. The workshop will start by 7:30. The workshop will start in another 15 minutes. I request everyone to be patient. The workshop will start in another 10 minutes. I request everyone to be patient. People who are in Zoom, I request you guys to join Google Meet or Microsoft Teams so that you guys will won't lag the connection as we don't have a premium account in Zoom. This might get disconnected after 1 hour or something. So I request you guys to join Microsoft Teams. The links are provided in the chat box. Thank you. So the workshop will start in another 10 minutes. The workshop will start in another 8 minutes. I request you guys to be patient a little bit. Kindly turn off your mic and as well as your camera. I request people who are in Zoom meeting kindly join Microsoft Teams. The link is provided in the chat box. Kindly join Teams. These Zoom might end in another 10 to 15 minutes. So kindly join Teams so you guys will not lag the connection. So people who are in Zoom, I request you guys to join Microsoft Teams. The links are provided in the chat box. I request people who are in the Zoom kindly join the another platform. The links are provided in the chat box. You guys can join Google Meet, YouTube Live, or else Microsoft Teams. The links are provided in the chat box. People who are in Zoom are requested to join Google Meet, YouTube Live, or Microsoft Teams. The links are provided in the chat box. Thank you. Kindly be patient. The workshop will start in another 5 minutes. Kindly turn off your mics. I request everyone to turn off your mics, please. The workshop is going to be 3 hours, so I request you guys to be patient and be prepared for that. Do not unmute yourself and do not try to interrupt in between the workshop. I request people who are in Zoom kindly join Google Meet, YouTube, or Microsoft Teams. The links are provided in the chat box. The workshop will start in another 3 minutes. Kindly be patient. People who are in Zoom are requested to join Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, or YouTube Live. The links are provided in the chat box. Thank you for being patient. So I request everyone to turn off your mics and as well as the cameras. So before we get into the workshop, my kind request to the people who are in Zoom are requested to join Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, or YouTube Live. The links are provided in the chat box. As we don't have a premium account in Zoom, it might cancel anytime. So we request you guys to join YouTube Live, Google Meet, or um, basically Microsoft Teams. The links are there in the chat box. Thank you. So we'll start this session. I request you guys to be patient. So the workshop is going to be for 3 hours. Thank you. So welcome to Software 2020 workshop. Myself, architect Mohammed Zayn. I will give you about myself an introduction sometime later. So let's know about what about this workshop and what is this workshop mainly meant for. I request you guys to be patient. Okay, kindly mute everyone. Thank you. So this workshop is mainly more of about e-learning and live workshops, class like performing and making it better for architects, interior designers, landscape architects, or like say urban designers, or the students. Like these are the fields, and as well as the civil engineering students, or as well as the professions. So the like all these field people are really confused and having no idea which software is used for what. So basically, to know those, yeah. So to understand the effects and as well as to understand the knowledge of each and every software, this workshop is being conducted. So we as a group of experienced architect, we are conducting a two workshops. Basically, one is concept to presentation, as you see over here in the screen, and one is another the concept to construction. So the concept to presentation is nothing but we will be learning from scratch. You will be learning, you will be like seeing as the workshop goes. We'll be learning from the scratch AutoCAD, SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop. Using these four softwares, how can we create a concept and how can we take it to 3D and then how to render it and how to present it in advance. So we will learn all these things with the help of these four softwares. And then we have a concept to construction workshop, which is mainly in Revit, which is a BIM software, which is a building information modeling software. So in that software, basically you guys will be conducted with the help of basically it's more of a practical workshop. You guys will be gaining a lot of field experience, the people who are in field and as well as the people who wants to know how the BIM model works. So that is the workshop for. Yes. So this workshop was mainly formed 2018 with an experienced architects to give a knowledge to the professionals and as well as to the students. And then we expanded in 2020 due to the COVID situations. Earlier we used to do everything via live workshops. The students used to come to our workshops and they used to get trained practically. But after that, after this COVID situations, we are doing everything offline. So basically everything is going to be online. Sorry. So now we are doing the workshops in India and as well as in UAE as well. So we have agenda of this workshop. So first, I will introduce about myself, some of my achievements, and as well as some of my records which have been taken part, and a little bit brief about myself. Then we will learn what is concept to presentation, understanding each and every software till what extent it can be used, like each and every software from the basics until what extents it can go for. So we will learn like how can we do a sketching and how do we take it to AutoCAD, then from AutoCAD to SketchUp for a 3D model basically, and then we will take it to 3D realistic drawings and everything, and then it goes for the final post production. How can we do a post productions? And I will also be sharing some of my projects, some of my projects, which will be like a example for you guys will understand how the software works, and as well and then basically I'll be basically myself the founder and the mentor for this workshop for especially for the concept and presentation workshop. And then we have a agenda for the concept to construction. So we will be learning, understanding what is building information modeling with respect to Revit architecture. And then also we will be learning how to kickstart a project. Basically in Revit, we will be learning what is the level of details, like LOD it's called, level of details, like what are the things which we need to understand. And then we have construction documents, which how can we make proper construction documents. And we will learn how like some Dynamo scripts. So we have Ayushi. She's an architect. So she's a Revit architect, expert in Revit, have worked in multiple international projects. She will be taking care of that as well. Yeah. So then after that we will have last 15 to 20 minutes where people who are in Teams, Google Meet, and as well as can unmute yourself, and you can guys can ask the last 15 to 20 minutes for the question and answer session. So you guys are requested till then not to unmute and turn off your cameras and try to interrupt in this workshops. So yes, so myself, architect Mohammed Zain. I am working in Venkatraman Associates as an architect for the past few years. I'm working over there. I have been handling some of the international projects over there. So these also I also been participated in multiple award competitions. As you guys can see over here in my screen, like this is a short achievement story of myself. I was as well as being participated in smart city awards, and as well as some of my competitions, and as well as some of my works have been published in Indian Institute of Architect magazines. That is one of the famous magazines in the architecture forum, if we can call. And then as well as um, I have been participated in Asia's basically IDA it's called, in some of the awards have been nominated as well. So this is just a short achievement story of myself. Now, this is basically one of the newspaper cut which was with my team in the Indian Habitat Center, which is located in New Delhi. If you guys are aware of that, so I was just receiving an award for one of the competition called Griha, which is a green building, green rated inhabited center. I request you guys to kindly mute yourself. Thank you. So now, what is concept to presentation? So what is this workshop about? Like as I mentioned, we as a students, as an experienced architect, had combined these four softwares, and the people who are not having an idea of really confused of which software to use and which software to present to the client and everything. So these are the four softwares which we present. So first, what we will do is in the AutoCAD, we will do a concept which is the 2D, a basic 2D where we can make detailed drawings, working drawing, construction drawings, and we can submit it to the contractor or to the project manager. And then what we can do is from AutoCAD, we can take it to basically to um 2D to 3D, where we will learn fluidic structures with the help of plugins. We'll be learning some 30 plus plugins, and we'll be giving you some 300 plus plugins. I will be coming to the syllabus and the course somewhat later. We will be understanding detailed course and syllabus of the workshop. And then we have Lumion, where we will learn all the renderings, walkthroughs, realistic renderings, and everything. And then at the last, we'll be doing sheet compositions, right? We'll be learning sheet composition, post production works, floor plan renderings, sections, walkthroughs. I'll be showing you some of my projects as well. So this is basically, you don't have to depend on any other software. If you're mastering in all these four softwares, we don't even have to depend on any other software. That is the main motivation and the intention behind this workshop. Yeah. So first we will learn about what is concept, like what is concept basically. We will just see like what how can we derive a concept. So whoever joined this workshop, I say it to everyone basically. Drawing remains the primary means by which architects, interior designers, landscape architects, or any other, like say, civil engineers or anyone like in the field of designing, we create everything with sketch, right? We start everything with sketching. Like we have a concept in mind, we start everything scribbling in a piece of paper. Like there are a lot of people who are confused, like who don't know how to take from paper to the digital world. So that's where this workshop comes, and to enhance that project. So the way we create those drawings have always evolved, and one time and over time it is still evolving on daily basis. Each architectural student or a professional is targeted different needs, and choosing the best software is completely dependent on us, right? So it's completely dependent on us. Like we need to choose a best software, like which software we need to choose, learn a limited software, right? So this is the platform where we will learn a limited software and we'll understand. Although you will find one of the most suitable designs and ideas. So here are some of the basic list of programs to increase your workflow and help you to get from first draft to the final presentation. Okay, from the first draft, like say from the concept and to the final presentations. So why I stress on sketching is we have some of benefits. Like there are some benefits. I would like to highlight some four benefits of workshop. I mean four benefits of the sketching. So it saves the time in the workflow process. We have a workflow, right? So we start sketching. We don't have to eliminate everything into this software. We will sketch everything. We can hand free sketch and everything, and then we will take it to the software world where we'll enhance the project in more in detail. Helps eliminating the like eliminating functionality layouts issues, and it is really great for brainstorming, right? And the most and the important thing is anyone can sketch. That is the important thing which we need to have in mind. So now we have a concept, right? We have a concept. We would have sketched a villa or a some furniture, okay, or a landscape or an urban, like some streetscaping. Okay, one product we would have designed or we would have sketched it. Now we will take it to AutoCAD, which is a basic software and it's an important software and it's an old and dominant software if you ask me. AutoCAD has it is well known among students and as well as professionals for the past 20 years, if you can ask me, and more than that. It produces purely representational drawings, and usually it is a stepping stone to 3D modeling softwares. If you adjust the user interfaces, and if you start if you start experimenting with the layers and line weights, you will create a decent drafting from the and measurable construction details. Another version of AutoCAD that is created especially for architects, which is AutoCAD architecture, which is for interior designers and everything. So it's a very good software if you can ask me. So this is the table of content which you will learn in the day one of the workshop. This is basically a little bit about the day one of the workshop, what you will learn. So as you see, I strongly believe that AutoCAD is really good. As you see in the screen, we will be learning from the sketching basics. We'll be having a line, and then we will be starting each and everything with basics. We will learn, or we'll cover all the basics in the day one class. As you see in this quick forward video, we can create these types of decent draftings. As you see in the day one workshop itself, we'll be learning how to do a simulation, how can we present it to the client. So as you see over here, we can try to make these types of construction drawings, like we can try to enhance, right? We can try to make a detailed construction drawings. So these are the benefits which AutoCAD provides, and we can simply create a minimalistic elevation. As you see over here, a decent elevation in the day one of the workshop itself, right? And then we have some of the benefits, like we can do simulations using little bit of knowledge in Photoshop. We can try to show columns, we can try to show wardrobes, how the function works, right? And then after it goes on, we will be learning a neat presentation. Say you have to present it to a client very quickly, okay? Very quickly you guys need to present it to the client. You guys can create very quickly in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, as you see over here in the screen, how quickly we can able to make and enhance this to the juror or to your client very quickly, like a schematic plan. That's what we will learn in the day one of the workshop. As you see, a very decent presentation can be made in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes when your detailed plan is ready. So then we will take it to Photoshop and we will render if it is required in the final stage, which will come later. Okay, then we have the day two workshop, where as you see in the screen, these are some of the topics which are covered. We will be working in layers, line weights. How we will understand all each and every commands. We will be understanding the CTVs, right? We will be understanding. We'll be also importing a SketchUp file, as you will. I will show you guys as it goes here, which you see. I'm trying to import a SketchUp model. Why SketchUp model is SketchUp allows you to increase the creativity. Okay, it will increase you allows you to increase the facade. Okay, so the facade designs, the elements of the design, the facade, each and everything you can explore it in SketchUp as it is a easy 3D software. Okay, which we will come. I will cover that later as it goes. But this is a AutoCAD. As you see, I'm trying to export from SketchUp and then bring it to AutoCAD. Kindly mute yourself, guys. I do not want any interruptions. Thank you. So, as you see over here, quickly trying to get the elevation and as well as the perspective also. We can try to bring the perspective views as well, right? So that is the importance of the AutoCAD, where we can try to connect from SketchUp and as well as bring it to Photoshop. I mean, the AutoCAD software. So these are some of the presentations which you see over here. These are some of the presentations which were developed completely to understand no other softwares, only SketchUp and AutoCAD. In SketchUp, the views were done right, and then it has been exported to AutoCAD to create a simple and minimalistic renderings, and also this axiometric view, which is explaining each and every detail of the like the function. Kindly mute yourself, guys. Thank you. And as it goes over here, you see some of the oximetric. This is another project which was being created. So here you will be learning how to do oximetric views. These types of views you will be learning in this workshop. So which is really representation. Representation is much more important than any other thing. Guys, kindly turn off your mics as well as your cameras. Thank you. Kindly mute, guys. I request everyone to mute. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So everyone is muted right now. So now what we will do is, like as you see over here the screen, we have some, we can make these types of construction drawings. As you see, we can try to make some working drawings, which we can submit it to the client, and this we can submit it to the client, and also it adds as a portfolio. We can create a portfolio, a decent portfolio with the help of this. So these types of representation techniques, which we will learn with the help of softwares and how to enhance those. So these are some of the things which you will learn, like interior wardrobe. So this is a mood board presentation, which was during my few years back. I used to work with one of the architecture firm. These are some of the representational drawings which I created, which is explaining with a view and as well as the wardrobe details which are there just left side to that. So the client was really happy by seeing these, as he can understand the details and as well as he can visualize this project. So this was advantage for me because I know like how to use the softwares and how to present it. So then what we will do is, as we're not restricting only to interior designing and as well as architecture, we will also learn how landscaping works. For landscaping, we need to understand how the contour, how can we bitmap the contours. We will learn in this workshop how can we create contours, and also we will learn how the layout works. Layouts are really important to submit it to your contractors or to your project managers. Kindly unmute yourself, guys. Thanks. So as you see over here, we will be learning to do a contour in SketchUp. How can we do in on the AutoCAD classes? If I will be teaching you how to do a basic SketchUp contour, and then how can we import it into an AutoCAD with some tricks and stuffs we need to keep in mind. This will be giving you accurately, say like 90 to 95% accurate contour. So this will be helpful for you guys to create like massing. We don't have to depend on, guys. Kindly mute yourself. We don't have to depend on other like softwares or this like this surveyor or any other land people who guys can give us the detailed contour levels. We don't have to depend on during the early stage of the schematic, where we need to pitch the projects, right? So during pitching of the projects, or for the people who are the students, you guys can simply depend on this software, and then we will take it to AutoCAD to do basic massings. So this is what is going to be helpful in this workshop. As you see, I can quickly try to make, and then we won't restrict to that. Also, we will be learning how to make data extractions. Like we will be extracting to make BOQ, like the area. You guys simply need to put the cost of each and every quantity which you have derived in the AutoCAD. So we have something called data extraction. As you see, we can quickly make a BOQ, detail, length, and the cost, and we can total tally it. So these are some of the advantages which we learn in this workshop. And then we have day four. In the day four, as I said, I won't restrict only to that. We will be also learning urban designing for the students who are in the architecture and other urban designers or the urban planners who are continuously joining the workshop for the past years. So we'll be learning like how to urban study the urban basic figures, right? The study the figure ground ratios and everything. And also we'll be learning some top 20 to 40 commands. They're the productive commands, right? So those commands we'll be learning in this workshop. So as one second, guys. Yeah. As you see, like we can, I'm just trying to quickly, with the help of few other third-party plugins which we need to download, and with the help of Google Earth, I can simply draw a perspective. I'm just trying to draw a perspective over here. Okay, I can quickly draw some detailed presentations like this. Like see, I'm trying to draw, show the detailed furniture, I mean the streetscape, how the street is, the street we use, simply with the help of drafting skills. We need to know how the drafting works in AutoCAD. Then we can able to quickly map the section and as well as the elevation. So this is what we need to understand the difference, right? And not only to that, we will also learn some basics, not basics, sorry, some advanced techniques to bitmap the urban study, basically the urban detail study, which as you see over here, just a second, like these, like we can try to bitmap these details. So this is for one of my project which was done in Chennai. Basically it was trying to explain all the details, right? The entire study, she like everything, it is going to explain detail. So with the help of Photoshop and AutoCAD. So AutoCAD was the main software, and then Photoshop to enhance the presentations, the colorings and everything. So that is how it was helpful for me to so this has been published in Indian Institute of Architects magazine as well. Kindly turn off your mic specs. Thank you. So then what we will do is we will be learning these types of traffic analysis, right? We will understand how the traffic analysis works. So obviously the study is more important, but you guys will be learning how to present it to your jurors or also to your clients. So this is going to be very helpful. And these are some of the presentation techniques which you will learn. Only two software, SketchUp and Photoshop. I mean, SketchUp and AutoCAD were used for this type of presentations. Then we have some of the benefits of mastering in AutoCAD. So what are the benefits are, like if you can derive, like we can see, drawing to scale. We can draw each and everything to proper scale, easy in layout and viewing. Okay, draw accurately. You guys can draw accurately each and everything. Make changes easy reduction, like it will easily, and you can change if you can ask me, you can change each and everything easily in AutoCAD. It's really helpful. And then it's reduces the risk factors. Basically I've been using AutoCAD for the past like 10 years, if you can ask me, and say identify design problems and calculate the materials and the quantity for production. So these are some of the obvious benefits you guys will learn if you join in this workshop. Okay, but these are some of the other benefits if you participate in this workshop. Like you guys will learn how to draft from concept to a working drawing, and you guys will learn presentation techniques in AutoCAD. Okay, you guys will learn like site analysis with the help of contour. Okay, and then we will learn figure ground ratios for an urban designing project, right? And we will learn how can we make a working drawings and urban study and analysis. So this is what we will cover in the AutoCAD workshop, and then we will go for SketchUp. Okay, so we have a concept now. We did a concept. We had a 2D drawings, detailed drawings, right? Also, we have basic drawings as well. Then we will take it to SketchUp. I strongly believe that architects should start the conceptual phase in 3D. SketchUp allows the users quickly and make easy 3D designs. I'll be showing you some of the quick forward videos and as well as some of my projects where you can understand what extent SketchUp can go for. Like people don't have idea what is the power which SketchUp gives for 3D modeling. However, it is a still powerful program to convey the first ideas and offers an enormous components libraries, particularly for domestic architecture. Every object, surface, and materials come with its own unique texture, which is definitely a plus, right? its biggest pro remains till date. Its user interface is amazing. So these are some of the topics which we will learn cover in the day one of the SketchUp. So we will start from the scratch. As I said, we'll start from the scratch and then we will learn everything to will master in each and every software. So these are some of the additional topics which we will cover in the day one of the workshop. So as you see over here, we'll start from basic concept massing. We'll make some oximetric views. We'll make some nice oximetric views, and then we'll take it to Photoshop. We'll adjust those tricks. Okay, we'll adjust and then we'll present it. As you will see here in this quick forward video, we can try to present everything quickly with a matter of few seconds, right? This type of a presentation can be created. And then what we have is we had this is some of the like project which I had done to explain to my clients, and as well as like as you see this is a GIF image which was created with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop, which is trying to explain a detailed an urban study. This was helpful. This was worked for Smart City Mission program. During it's been 3 years which I worked for this project. So this is a beautiful alleyway which is trying to explain the surroundings and everything. So only two softwares were used for this of type of a presentation. And then in the day two of the workshop, what we have is we have these many contents to learn. We will be learning some. We'll be providing you some 300 plus plugins. Okay, in that out of that we will learn the most powerful plugins. Guys, do not try to interrupt anything. It is really not good. I can see that a lot of people are trying to disturb this workshop. Kindly do not do that so that others who are trying to watch this workshop in a serious way, it won't be interrupting them. Okay, do not try to share anything, I request.
So
Thanks.
I'm so sorry to disturb, but would it be possible for you to turn off the notification sound? It's
Sorry,
very
it's not
loud
possible
with
actually.
alarm.
I understand. Sorry, it's not possible, but kindly turn off your mutes, mics.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. So then what will happen is we will be learning in the day two of the workshop. We'll be learning some powerful plugins from the basic plugins as you see over here on the screen. We'll be learning from the basic plugins. And in the day two workshop, we will understand what is the importance of an axonometric view. Okay, how powerful an axonometric view is. Okay, why means I will explain you with some of my projects which I have done, which helps me to provide each and everything in one view. Basically, what I say each and every students and the professionals who join the workshop is your sheet should explain everything. Say if you have a sheet, rather than explaining, you yourself should explain. Your sheet should be explaining each and everything in detail. Like your concept, your details, what are the functions and everything. So an exploded view or an axonometric view will help your jurors or your clients to understand the functions of the building in a clear manner. So this we will learn the day two of the workshop with some of the plugins which are required. So this is one of the project for a smart city, which is this building is basically one building with million configuration. So this is mostly a transit hub, like a multimodal transit hub. So it has a lot different types of transports, and it is trying to explain all the structures, right? All the structures, or like there is a canal going in between. It is trying to explain the functions. So like one view is trying to explain the structural perspective, the different types of transport, the different types of functions. So this is going to be very helpful. And this is one of the other project which you see. This is again a TOD, a transit oriented development. This was shortlisted and also in top 10 among the 500 entries. So this is trying to explain the different types of transports. You see, similarly there is a canal going below, and there is a multimodal hub, and as well as an office, and as well as a shopping mall. So like just trying to explain, there is a shell over there. Like, so these types of presentations we need to learn. So this we will cover in this workshop. So this is another workshop during my internship. If you can ask me, during my academics, I created this beautiful presentation which you see over here. This is trying to explain the axonometric view, the functions of this, and the view and the elevation, some of the basic heights to understand, to make the client understand. So the client was really happy by seeing this presentation. So only two softwares, SketchUp and Photoshop for post productions. Okay, the day three of the workshop, what we will do is we will learn some the most 20 powerful plugins in SketchUp. Okay, so we'll learn parametrics, right? We'll learn Bobby texture, we have fluid architecture, right? So all those things we will learn. Not only that, how to faster your models. Like say as you see here in the screen, like it is trying to quickly for like sorry, one second. It is trying to give a basic model how quickly we can make. If you ask me, if you master in these softwares now, it won't take more than like say half an hour or say 45 minutes to detail your model. Like say you have a concept, right? Kindly mute yourself, guys. Thank you. Yeah. So then, as you see, not only restricting to that, we will also learn layouts. We have Style Builder, SketchUp, and layouts. So this comes with that as a four three softwares, right? We'll also learn layouts as how layouts are more important in AutoCAD. Similarly, it's more important in SketchUp as well. Why? Because if you ask me, I provide drawings directly from SketchUp to the carpenters or to the small contractors, okay, who are not in working in a corporate, I mean in the corporate industries or something like that. So I provide it to them the detailed drawings in SketchUp itself. I make a detailed drawings in SketchUp and submit it to them. I will show you some of my projects how I did that as well. So as you can see, I can try to add walls, interior walls, define them with different colors, right? So this is going to be very helpful. We can add a sheet layout also in SketchUp, and then we will plonk our models or views or other renderings as well. So this is going to be helpful for you guys. One software where it is covering each and every aspects, right? So it is covering each and every aspect. That is more important for us to work in this software. Not only restricting to that, we'll also have elevations. We'll make elevations. Obviously, it's a mandatory part. We will add some shadows to that to give a depth of that, right? We'll add some shadows. We'll add some textures. We will be learning how to present an elevation with the help of line weights, line textures, okay, and how your model will work, and we'll also learn how a sun study works with the help of shadows, and also we have plugins to understand the sun analysis, the radiation analysis, and everything, right? So then not only restricted to that, we will also take these elevations to layout. In layout, what we will do, we'll add some humans, we'll add some levels, we'll add the first floor, the ground floor, right? We'll have some basically the levels, the measurement showing these, this is the height of this much level. So all those things are going to matter for you. Like it is going to be very efficient that one software is going to give you these much of information. As you see, this is how we can do. So it is presenting in a very nice way. You don't have to do presentation in again in Photoshop. You can submit these basic presentations from SketchUp itself. So that is the most advantage. So as you see over here, this is some of the projects which I submitted to the carpenters just to give them an understanding, a basic understanding how the level works, how the like how the modules for the cabinet works, right? So these are trying to explain them in more representational way where you can print it out and paste it out in the site as well, and as well as the contractor as well, or the carpenter and the client can understand their project very clearly. So we call these as mood board presentations or working drawing presentations which we submitted to the clients. So this is for one of the project which a bedroom trying to explain with a render, beautiful render at the top. Just try to, yeah. So trying to explain each and every measurement, the thickness of the like boards and everything. So as you see, it is going to give us more information as it goes when we master in this workshop. Then day 4 and 5 we'll be learning again some additional 10 powerful plugins where we'll be learning parametrics and as well as fluid architecture. So why parametrics is, I believe it is going to be very helpful for the future generations and as well as to understand the different types of modules, right? So for making pavilions, as you see in the script for video, how quickly we can able to make a waffle structure, waffle pavilion, which is going to be helpful for landscape designers or urban designers. So then it is really helpful to know the details of this workshop. Just a second, sorry. As you see over here, we can quickly try to make a raster structure, and we will take it to Lumion to render out. We'll add some shadows to that, right? We'll add some shadows to that. We can analyze how the shadow works. So these are some of the advantages which we need to learn in the with the help of plugins. Okay, then what we can do is we can take it to Lumion for Lumion render. These are some of pretty bit old renders, more realistic renders we can do it, which I will show you in the Lumion session as it goes. So now as you see, these are some of the renders where we can develop it. And then this is some of the presentation techniques which were created with the help of plugins. So these plugins are very helpful for me myself to understand them, to make them understand the clients, to how the transit hub works, right? This is one of the transit hub which is trying to explain the shell, the concept, and concept view which is trying to explain the detail facade, the spider glazing, like the rods which are there, which is holding the structure. So obvious. So this is another parametric shell which was created during my academics. This is one of the academic project which was created with the help of a plugin to create a beautiful shell. This was inspired by one of the hotel which is there located in Abu Dhabi. It's called the Yas Hotel. So it's a very very famous hotel. So with the help of those plugins, I can quickly make. And this is another. We can try to make a fluidic architecture. We can try to, like as you see, quickly I can try to add thickness to the trusses. Say in 5 minutes we can make this beautiful presentation. And then not only restricting to that, we will also learn urban designing. I will show you guys a little bit detail. So these types of presentations, like we can make a beautiful presentation out of it. So what I tell each and every guys who join in this workshop is learn limited softwares. Learn one software, mastering the software completely A to Z, so that you don't have to depend on any other software, right? So that is the advantage of the SketchUp. If you master the software, you can not only do basically simple models, you can also make parametric models, fluidic models, and everything. So this is in the day 6 we will be learning how to do an urban study. Like in urban study, it's more important. We have some plugins to install. We have some paid plugins, and as well as we have some free plugins as well. So in paid plugins, obviously I will be giving you a trial version of those. You guys can experience that in the workshop. As you see over here, I can try to bitmap the entire city structure of the New York City. So the entire New York City skyline will be there in my hand, which is basically in my software. So I can understand the different types of level in the buildings, I can understand the roads, how the road systems, or is it a grade system or is it another system. Like we can try to understand those, which is going to be helpful. Not only that, we will also have some other plugins where it is a free plugin where you will learn to understand each and everything will be in a different layers and in the groups. You can try to show some waters, like what are the rivers over there, lakes, the roads, the main roads, the subarterial roads. So each and everything will be in a different group. So now then we have another plugin, like we have some three plugins which we will learn. We have some roads, as you see, the subarterial roads, the main roads, the lakes, the rivers, the buildings. So you see, I have an entire New York skyline in my hand where I can study the entire figure ground ratio for the selected area which we choose. So this is going to be very helpful for the people who are there in the final years or in for doing the urban study or for the urban planners, right? So this is what is important for it to happen. Yeah. So then what we can do is we also, I'll show you some of my projects over here. So these are some of the projects which you see, which is trying to explain the and this is one of the project which was published in Indian Institute of Architects magazine. It in 2018 November December is still there in the website. You guys can go and have a look at that. So with the help of plugins, I can make these shells, these structures, and with the help of Lumion, I can render. I will show you some of the Lumion renders as well as it goes. So some concept, see, just trying to show some concept and high-rise building, showing the sun study, how it works, the wind analysis. Okay, with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop. No other softwares. You guys can completely believe on me. It's no other softwares. Only two softwares were used. So these are all the projects which I'm showing you, which were published in magazines. Okay. So this is one of the project which I did for live project, which is there located in Chennai, which is trying to explain the different types of materials, the textures. The client was very happy by seeing this. So you can understand the materials in details, and as well as you can try to figure out which material you can go for. So this is what helps to understand. So this is one of the project. It's a located in Kodaikanal. It's a hill station area. So the entire mountain is designed for a resort. So as you see, these are some of the presentations, the landscape techniques which were used to understand to the clients. So that's how it goes for. So this is one of the section, and as well as the elevation, the details, the axiomatic views, how the structure stands and everything. So the some of the renders, so these are pretty bit old renders, and this is one of the project, as you can see over here, is trying to explain the detail floor plan layouts and everything. This has been shortlisted, not shortlisted, it has been awarded in the Griha have in the Indian Habitat Center, which is located in Delhi, as I showed previously the newspaper cutout. Similarly, this is one of the presentation for one of the famous competition. And then we have some of the benefits on mastering in SketchUp. These are some of the obvious benefits if you master in SketchUp. Okay, it's easy to draw your design. It's easy to draw a design because it's meant to be act like an extension of your hand. It is going to act like an extension of your hand. Okay, just lifelike drawings you will create fast. It's because SketchUp is an powerful and simple to learn 3D drawing tool. SketchUp allows you to render surface in arrays of styles, pick from variety of architecture that best suits for your design, and it gives a pleasant a please to your clients. SketchUp makes it easy to integrate with other softwares that furnishes with additional capabilities. It also supports, as I said, some of the third-party plugins which are going to be powerful for using parametrics and other fast like efficient modeling. With SketchUp you can place models with Google Earth right on actual to earth. So these which you saw are the obvious benefits which you will learn in the workshop. We have some of the other benefits like participating in this workshop. You will learn these, like learn all the basics in SketchUp. Also, stage wise, you can create concepts for making GIF images. Learning 30 plus plugins will increase the speed of the 3D modeling. Okay, parametric designs and fluidic shapes becomes easy to make. Figure ground ratios for urban designing projects. Skyline and urban studies, urban landscaping can be mapped from 3D from analysis and study. Make self-explanatory exploded views, isometric views, and much more. So that's how it's going to be helpful for us. And then from 3D to Lumion, we have some 3D. Once our 3D modeling is done in SketchUp, we move to Lumion. So Lumion is one of the powerful plugin. If you can ask me, powerful. We have a plugin in SketchUp which is going to give this is a line sync, the best way to create communication to architecture. Like I just want to ask like the people who are over here who are professionals, you guys can believe used to make renderings which takes ages to create a decent rendering. But with Lumion as a place, Lumion is trying to explain the elegant software which is made for architects. Lumion is a 3D visualization software which meant for architects, urban designers, or landscape. It is perfectly existing the flow and allows the you quickly to make a 3D CAD design into videos, walkthroughs, images, or a 360 renderings. We'll be learning 360 renderings, 360 walkthroughs, and everything. We'll be learning all those things in detail. Enjoy the way you do your Lumion job. Just like you can enjoy as if it likes working as a gaming. It's like meant to be a gaming software. So it's really helpful for making a decent presentations and renderings. So this is a basic topics which are covered in the day one of the workshop. Kindly mute yourself, guys. Thank you. So the day one workshop will cover all the basics and will render a decent presentation. So you will see some of the presentations. So as you see in this quick forward video, I can try to from a basic model we can give a life to that. Okay, it's the perfect way to show to your client and other professional how your ideas can work. Seeing emotions in the clients or eyes of your clients or co-workers, watching your productions is satisfying, right? You guys can like simply prompt the trees over there, add humans, add different types of elements, right? It is going to be giving a plus, and we can try to test our renders, right? So this is how it is going to be helpful, and then we'll adjust a little bit in Photoshop just to enhance that rendering, and then boom, you get the really great presentation like this. So we can quickly render out our views from SketchUp. And then in the day two of the workshop for Lumion, you see over here we have a 360 walkthrough where we need to wear virtual reality glasses, or else we have other softwares where you can upload the software and we can show it to the client like this as well in your phone, your smartphone, or in your laptop as well. Okay, and as you see over here, this is basically trying to explain the detail project, the renderings. As you see, it is trying to explain the detailed renderings and the basics. Guys, kindly mute yourself, guys. It is trying to interrupt. Do not try to interrupt in this workshop. Thanks. So this is for one of the project which is trying to explain the detailed view. A 360 walkthroughs can be made, which is trying to show each and every materialistic, the true material enhance essence of the project. So that's how we can make a beautiful walkthroughs in the day two of the workshop itself. Let me show you some of the projects which I have done to explain you guys. So this is one of the project which is located in Navi Mumbai, which is currently under construction, which is with the help of Lumion and SketchUp. With the help of SketchUp and Lumion, I can make the 3D model and render it in Lumion to give a beautiful presentation. So the client, the builder is basically Akshaya Builders. So they are one of the famous builders. So for them, it has been developed, which is going to be constructed in Navi Mumbai. So these types of renders, which you see, high quality renders, which can be printed in the posters or the banners, which the builders will project it outside. So these are some of the additional presentations and some of the project which is located in Kodaikanal. All these renders are available in the websites. You guys can go. I will come to my website a little bit at the last. So quickly moving forward rather than wasting a little bit more. So this is some of the projects which are being developed in Chennai. Some of the renders, I'm just showing you what is the maximum amount of output which we can learn in the Lumion. So it's extremely easy to learn and use, easy connection to other software such as SketchUp and Revit. RK, we have lots of RK trees and everything. We don't need a big group of architects or technicians or professionals. You can do it on yourself. We just need a really good graphic card, a good basic graphic card, and then it should be fine. You can work with that. There is a possibility to have a sound in the video as well, and professionals such as construction gardeners will understand perfectly what they want and what exactly the building is going to look like. So they can imagine by seeing a rendering itself. We have some of the benefits in participating in this workshop. Okay, so it instantly creates high renderings, right? And also it is going to render your model in the real time, like with the help of Lumion 6. We can make a bed beauty textures. So these are some of the benefits of which you will participate. As soon as you participate in this workshop, you will gain the knowledge and you will understand the each and every technique. Then we have the last software for the concept presentation workshop, which is the Photoshop. This is one of the um, I extremely say that in architecture, Photoshop is predominantly used for image and graphic creation, helping to produce architectural renders, visualizations, and diagrams for presentations and client documents. Photoshop is an amazing tool that I highly recommend to everyone. If you could learn a single piece of software, okay, besides your CAD or 3D program, then learn Photoshop would be one of the then learn Photoshop would and that would be one of the highly recommended software which I use for learn Photoshop rather than other softwares for renderings. Okay, Photoshop can be used for creating renders, visualization from SketchUp and models. I will show you some of the quick forward videos. So these are some of the basic topics which we will learn in the day one workshop. All these topics are there available in the website. You guys can go and have a look later. So in the day one of the workshop, only with the help of SketchUp, only with the help of Photoshop, we will make a conceptual Photoshop plan, how a villa is there available, and then we will try to enhance it with the help of brushes. As you see, some watercolor effects we can try to add. We can try to give different types of um, textures to that, right? How it goes behind. We can try to add landscape designs, right? And boom, we can make a beautiful concept sketchings with no other software, only in Photoshop. So that's how we can try to make a sketchy effect. We can add shadows to that, right? We can add shadows to that, and then that's how we can try to do it. Just a second, guys. Just give me a second.
Recording in progress.
Yes, sorry to. Yeah. So in the day two of the workshop, we will also learn how to make a detailed elevation, like the section which you see over here. Like we can add the sections to that, right? We can add a detailed conceptual sections to that, and like you don't have to have any detail model in SketchUp. We can just have a blank model in SketchUp, and then we will bring it to Photoshop. We'll add the like detailings to make a conceptual presentation which will enhance your client or to your jurors. Like for the students who are really struggling to do presentations, like it makes days and nights for them to make presentations, right? So these softwares, if you try to learn productively and efficiently, you can make a beautiful presentations. This tutorial shows you an excellent example of just a second example of creating different types of such as Lumion and V-Ray renders. Photoshop can be used to enhance and hide a certain amount of renderings. For example, the image sharpness could be increased and reflections. As you see, with a blank model from SketchUp, I could able to make a quick live projects as you see over here. So this gives a life to the entire section. So that's how we can try to add and so this is one of the project which I did, which is located in Kodaikanal. It's been executed. I don't have executed pics per plonk into this workshop. I'm just showing as it's meant to be a software workshop. I'm showing everything related to the softwares. So this is with the help of softwares, with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop, I could make a beautiful presentation. The client was really amazed by seeing the elevation and as well as its sections, so that how his building is going to come up with the levels, the different types of levels we can try to pursue in this thing. So this is another presentation which is trying to explain the entire perspective of the mountain, which is going to be a resort. And this is another oxymetric view. I believe in a lot of oxymetric view or as exploded views, which will explain your entire functions in one sheet itself. This is another project which is being developed only Photoshop and SketchUp, no other software. Believe me, guys. Okay, so that's how, and we can try to add some of the presentations as you see over here. We can try to add some detailed presentations. I show you one of the main presentation which will explain the details about it. Like as you see, like all these things where I will be providing you some 300 plus PhD files where you will get all these tricks and stuffs. And in the day two of the workshop, we will learn these topics covered. Okay, these are some of the topics covered. I'm just running through so that we can cover this workshop. So this in the three of the workshop, we will learn some oxymetric view renderings. I'll be providing some presets where you will get all the presets. You just have to plonk your model into that and add some effects to that, and then you will get so all these textures. I'll be providing you some 2,500 textures. All are seamless textures. You can use your textures for very beautiful renderings and this types of presentations. So this is going to be helpful for the interior designers or the architects who are working in interior design projects, right? So this is how we can try to enhance a project. And then this is for one of the project for an urban study, we can make these presentations. So it is trying to explain the traffic analysis and everything, right? So again, this is one of the canal which is trying to explain a detailed project and some of the montages. So this is a study which is being developed to understand the ratios, and this is one of the township project. A commercial hub is being created with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop, no other software. SketchUp and Photoshop to enhance these types of renderings. We should know the tricks and stuffs on how to crack these types of renders. Okay. Similarly, this is one of the view which is being created in SketchUp and it's been plonked in Photoshop to give an effect to that. So this is one of the project. One second. So this is one of the project which is waterfront, which is trying to explain a GIF image. We can also make GIF image. We can make videos. We can make lot of other stuffs in Photoshop. So these types of GIF images also we will make in the Photoshop class, which is in the Photoshop workshop. This sorry. Yeah, and then we have some of the benefits in mastering in Photoshop. We can change the environment of the building done by a matte painting and create architectural visualization scenes. With the help of Photoshop, you can add day and night, fog, sunsets, and horror effects in any scenes. With the help of Photoshop, can create his or own patterns and can use the patterns in the projects. Using Photoshop, you can create successful projects or presentations, can perceive both day and night effects all buildings using Photoshop. The different techniques in patterns, digital painting, renderings, background makings, matte paintings, retouching, etc. can be made easily in Photoshop. So these are some of the obvious benefits which you will learn in the Photoshop class. And these are some of the benefits which you will learn if you join in this workshop. Like floor plan rendering to make an attractive presentations, master plan and elevation and section presentation techniques, learn how to make GIF images and video editing in Photoshop, and will make a sheet composition for portfolio and much more. Urban designing and urban mapping, presentation and techniques, perspective renderings with the help of few clicks. As I said, I will be providing some 300 PhD files. Let me show you one of the smart city project which I am working with an European firm. Let me project you guys that. So it's one of the project which I'm working for a smart city. Yeah. So this is one of the main project which I'm working with Ecostemites and huge firm in Europe. So I'm working with them so the software is used as SketchUp and Photoshop. The presentation I'm just quickly running through so that we can just see the presentation techniques and the extent of the softwares which we can go for. So you see over here, we can make a presentation techniques like this. So like you see, this is basically one of the, so we will give you these types of PhD files where you find all these trees, right? We'll find all these trees, all these effects, all the PhD effects. So we will learn also how to render these types of renders in the workshop. So you saw the GIF image, right? With the help of this, I could able to make a GIF image also. All these renders were done in Photoshop class, like in the Photoshop. No other software is used. We can also make detail. Let me show you guys this. This is the detail master plan, which is trying to explain it. One second, sorry. Yeah. So it is trying to explain a detail the master planning, which is trying to explain the pedestrians, right? So that's how we can try to understand the details about this workshop. So then we will also make, we can also understand this presentations, how we can make these presentations, right? So it is going to be very helpful for the people who have no idea how extent the Photoshop can go for. We'll be giving you some PhD files where you just need to plonk all these. So it is going to be very helpful for you guys to understand. And then we will also learn these types of presentation techniques. As you see over here, this sports plaza, right? So these types of presentations quickly we can able to understand. So each and everything, these types of pop-up plazas, right? With these types of great. This is one of the presentation techniques which we can achieve. And then what we will learn is we will also learn how to make these types of basically the pedestrian axis, the pedestrian how we can try to visualize in each and every pedestrian. Only SketchUp is the base which was done, and then we have only Photoshop work which we need to do, which is called the post production. Similarly, we can add all these techniques. Kindly mute yourself, guys. Thanks. I'll just quickly run through the presentation. You guys can see. So all these presentations were done only with the help of Photoshop. So Photoshop presentation is really amazing. So you see these different types of layers which were created. With the help of Photoshop, I could add all these layers. You guys can see all these layers were done only with the help of Photoshop. No other softwares. Yeah, just a second. Yeah. Then we have an open hub and as plaza. Right. We have these detailed floor plans. We have this detailed views. Similarly, you guys might have seen this during my advertisements. Also, you guys might have seen these views. We were using all these. It is really helpful for us to understand the different types of presentations where we can attract the clients and as well as the jurors. So this is what you saw in the workshop. So now we have the concept to construction workshop. So this is what you guys will learn with the help of with the help of the detailed presentations which we need to understand, right? So just a second. So we don't have to depend on any other softwares. And then we have another workshop which is called the concept to construction. This workshop is completely for documentation, like construction documentation. Like say you have a concept in your mind, how we can try to make a construction documents in a documented way. And this is completely a building information modeling software. Okay, like say you guys have like you use a Revit environment to create 2D architectural printouts, accurate track and cost and project completions, increase communications, integrated multiple discipline managements, create a multiple platform drafting systems, accurate model from existing structures. Green is always economical. We will learn all this. We'll learn 2D and 3D experiences with the help of Revit, and then we will have a quality drafting experiences with the help of Revit architecture. So we have some like our Autodesk Revit is a building information modeling software, and just a second. And for software architects, landscape architects, structural engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical, MEP engineers, okay, we have designers and contractors. So what is BIM? Like you guys might have been having a lot of questions, like what is BIM? So building information modeling is a process supported by various tools, technologies, and contacts, evolving the generation and management of digital representation of physical and functional characteristics of a place. Like say your building is being constructed inside, so how we can try to analyze it, how we can try to define the clash detections. I'll be showing you the detailed process how it goes in this workshop. We'll be learning also Dynamo Studio. Basically, it's one of a great plugin interface for Revit. We'll be learning that in this workshop as well. So for this workshop, um, we will learn the day one of the workshop. We will have the supports of the building information planning software, how the 3D modeling for visualization works, how we can try to make a real building with the help of our workstations. Okay, and then we will have a basic like details about this. Like we can try to understand the basic understandings of the floor plans and other things. Just a second. Yeah. So then we learn some like legends, the schedules, the families. We'll be learning each and everything in detail. So we will also learning how to form a basics of Revit model, finalizing the concept of plan with the help of sketching. Okay, so we will learn all these things with the help of in the day one class itself. I'll just show you one of the quick forward video. Like we will be taking a sample project. Okay, from a basic AutoCAD drawing. Then we can simply develop the walls. So each and every dimensions you see over here, each and everything has its own component in Revit. That's the beauty of the Revit software. Okay, we can try to give thickness plaster. We can show thickness plaster of the thickness. Okay, the thickness of the plaster, the each and every detailing which you see over here. We can also understand how the process, and we can generate a schedule out of it. We'll be showing you much in more detail as it goes. So in the like all the construction documents can be generated with the help of this, and we can try to use this for physical infrastructures, and we can try to show we can find the clash detections, like how the detection different MEPs, the works, how it can try to collide with each and everything as one software. So this is what we will learn in the day one of this workshop. I just quick forward this video as you see over here. So these types of presentations are important. Like um, just a second. Yeah, so we can make a beautiful floor plan directly with the help of Revit as well. So we will move to the next one. So we have in the day two of this workshop, day two, the day four of the workshops. We learn from the scratch. We'll make a floor plan rendering, right? And then we'll more make a modeling of the workshop. We'll make models, the detailed models, creating basic plans, floor plans with the help of understanding wall properties, understanding the creating the levels, the dimensions, the units. Okay, so then we will be making a presentations also in Revit. We'll make some basic presentations how to quickly generate them in Revit as well. So as you see over here, we are trying to simply um, get the levels, different types of textures. We can try to see the textures. How can we add the textures? How can we export the textures? Okay, we can export it as a JPEG, and we can try to derive this as a project. Yeah. So now then what we can do is we have these types of projects. So as the true value of this Revit workshop, we'll be learning these types of construction documents, how we can document these types of detailed construction documents with the help of dimensions, the annotations, right, the section lines and everything. That's how it is going to be helpful for us to understand the software as well. So in the day 5 and the day 8 we'll be having some live sessions, and as well as we'll be understanding different types of roofs. Okay, how the roofs works, how component works, how different types of structures works, how the workspace works, how the work sets works. We have lots to understand in Revit. So this is just giving you the brief of the Revit, how the roof works, right? We can just simply try to understand these types of details. Similarly, we can try to add some textures. If you see over here, we can try to add some different types of roof structures and details in this workshop. Yeah. So this is some of the construction document which we can make a detailed construction documents. We can define the walls, what type of a wall it is, right? So it's completely giving an information of the entire building, what all the building will have, what all structures, what all elements does a building consist of. So that's how this software works. So it's going to give you the detailed information of the building. So as you see over here, this is for one of the project, like all the construction documents were generated from BIM experts, and this is one of the clash detections for with the help of this software architecture model, with the help of the site conditions, and also this is a explaining the MEPs of the building. We can try to generate landscape, interiors, building scopes. The management was very happy to see the returns in their investment, and as well as the revisions were faster and drawing management were easier. This had the potential to reveal the stress of unexpected changes in the project and make the office a happier and a place to work. The coordination strategies for structural model, we consider three options. Like basically we will have three options like link, copy and monitor, and simply copy the structural entire elements into a model as a group. We found it like linking this as a best strategy to cleanly divide the ownership and responsibility between issues between architects and the structural engineers or MEP engineers models was simply linked and used with the help of Navisworks, and with the help so we can try to do the clash detections. So in the day 9 and the day 4 of this workshop, we will be having this all these details as you see over here. We'll be having all these details, the schedules, and we'll learn some additional techniques. So this is one of the project where we can try to develop a quick schedule of the workshop, schedule of the entire legends. We can try to show the areas, calculate the areas. How we can try to quickly get the detailed information of the building. And this is just a basic element, and then as it goes, we will be learning more in detail how we can try to develop a project in and export them with the help of SketchUp, right? So this is basically explaining the elevations and the sections. We can tween the model. Guys, kindly turn off your mics. Thank you. Yeah. So it is trying to explain detailing like how we can add the line weights, huh? We can add the different types of elements. Okay, that's how the modeling in the SketchUp in the Revit workshop works basically. So we can add some we can also do presentations and Revit also some basic presentations. Okay, but we can just submit it to the client just for them. Okay, so that's how we can try to get a detailed model. And then yeah, we can also learn surrounding landscapes, how the landscape works, how the different types of structures, the part sections, which is the importance of Revit. We will learn the part sections. We can submit, make the construction documents very easier with the help of levels. We can make the part sections, right? We can make the blown up sections. We'll be showing you some of our projects which we work for international projects. So in that you will understand how the detailing works with the help of Revit. So these are some of the construction documents which I'm just highlighting over here to understand the basics. Yeah. And then we will have the concept to construction day 5 to day 20. We will learn Dynamo and we learn some plugins and we will learn how high-rise buildings works. So that's important to understand. So this is one of the project which is being developed to understand the high, like it's one of the high-rise building. So it is explaining the it is reconstruction project and hence an existing challenges were more. One from the point of view of BIM manager, web structure did a beautiful job of creating BIM for existing hotels and then adding the demolition or new elements info. The team strongly felt that without using BIM, it would have taken at least double the time just to understand the issues. Once the issues were understood, it was a matter of time and we resolved them instantly. Coordination strategies for structural model. The structural model has been used as linked. Revit model, all coordinations issues are highlighted in the consultants meetings and marked in the 2D. Later, the consultants revise the model and resense it. So that's the the importance of this Revit software. And then we have a project where we can highlight you guys. One second, where we can highlight you the detail of one of the project which was developed, which was done by our architect Ayushi. She is one of the famous architect, and she is trying to explain the detailed construction document. So this is the construction document, and this is the workshop. At the end of this workshop, we will be making a construction document like this. So in this construction document, this is basically located in Florida, USA. This project was completely done by Ayushi and her team. So as she is not able to present today, I'm just trying to help her out over here. So as you see, this is basically we will have all these sheet legends. So different types of sheet numbers. What? So these types of presentations, now, guys, kindly mute yourself. Thanks. So these types of construction documents are going to be helpful for the people who are working with the corporate companies, okay, or working in corporate or in a MNC projects. Okay, in a high-rise buildings, you guys might be having a lot of different types of legends. We have lots of legends to explain. We have lots of services to explain, right? So all those sheet numbers with the help of sheet names will be explained. And this is just explaining the site, where the site is with the existing condition, with the help of a site map, and how the different types of standards which we can have for the building. We have some few standards to explain for. This is not as a design workshop. This is just a software workshop. So I'm just explaining you the importance of BIM Revit. Guys, kindly mute yourself. Thanks. And this is some of the load occupancy details, how the load structure for the second floor, the third floor, or different types of loads. We can try to understand the load factors which we can understand in this workshop. Guys, why are you presenting? Do not try to disturb anything to the visitors, like I request everyone not to present anything. Thanks. Yeah. So not only that, we will also, as you see here, I just quickly run through the construction documents which were created. Simply these types of construction documents were done completely with the help of Revit. So you see the detailed models with the help of, so everything is basically a 3D model with explaining the 2Ds into it. So we can try to understand the details about it. So it is trying to explain. We have a legend showing over here, which is basically a fire rated, and we have different types of fire ratings with the help of legends and the occupancy group legends. Right? We are trying to explain what type of different types of functions are there. We are trying to explain the load, occupants load. You see, this is how a detailed model of Revit will be useful for. Yeah. So we should understand the basics, then really we can able to make a detailed model like this. So at the end of this workshop, we'll be in the for the Revit BIM workshop, we'll be making a detailed model like this, a detailed presentation with the help of different types of scheduling, what type of a room name, how much area does it have, right? We will be getting it everything in detail. So that is the beauty of Revit. We can get everything, all the schedules done very easily. And also we'll be able to make these types of construction documents. See, we can able to make a part sections for each and every walls. Okay, each and every walls we can try to understand their different types of materials are being used. Okay, how the detailings, how the construction can happen at site. So everything we can able to understand with the help of Revit. That's kind of neat. Yeah. So we can quickly, as you see, we can. I'm just running through. So because this is basically we have some 200 pages. Okay. So we these types of construction documents we can able to make in the Revit once we learn Revit. So this is going to be a 1 month course. I'll be explaining the schedule later. So you see this types of construction documents with the help of interactions with the help of vendors and with the different types of structural engineers, we can able to make a detailed model like this, right? So that's the importance of knowing the software, and then we can able to interact with different types of field, like different types of technicians and everything. So you see this is trying to explain a section and trying to detail out with the help of some fixtures and interior detailing is being shown. So I'm just not trying to explain the project over here, I'm just trying to explain what are the advantages of the presentation. Okay, basically the Revit architecture which we use in this workshop. So let me just quickly run through this. So this is basically explain the details about it, right? And as it goes, it is going to run through each and everything. So all these documents we are going to document in our workshop. Okay, we'll be doing each and everything from the scratch. We'll be making all this. So completely purely construction documents to master in field. Okay, to master in field, we'll be learning each and everything in this workshop. Yeah. So then we will also see, as you see over here, we are going to understand the details over here. Okay. So it will be running through, I'll just running through over here. So we'll be making a these types of part sections over here, right? So that's the beauty of the project. We need to understand for this Revit workshop. Yeah. So we will also make a beautiful elevation like this, okay, with the help of levels. This is one of the, we can also make this signages, okay, the details showing the different types of details, how we can work the different types of textures, the sections, the elevations, okay. So like everything we can try to plonk it out with the help of Revit. So yeah, these are again the details. You guys are going to see the details because this is more of a detailing workshop. Okay, this is more of a construction documentation workshop. So we will learn all the detailings, how we can try to work practically, how it works practically in this workshop. As you see over here, So as you see over here, we can try to get all these details, all these types of different types of details, the joining details and everything. Yeah. So then what we do is we will also learn all these things how to make in this workshop. So that's how we will learn in the like we will try to document in this workshop, and then what we will have is we will have some of the benefits of mastering in BIM workshop. Like it's a parametric modeling. If you can understand like what is parametric modeling, like each and every 3D component has a set of rules. Your three Revit uses is parametric modeling via the families. Everything in Revit from title block to 3D views into a building components such as walls, floors is a part of a family. Okay, we need to understand that, which becomes modified to Revit using users to change those parameters, for example, heights, widths, thickness, everything, and it will be recorded in the schedule as well. Okay. So then we have automation, collaborations. We will be learn like how all the information used to create a Revit model with the help of a single data. Okay, we have coordinations. We can do a lot of coordinations, and we have scheduling, we have energy analysis, we have rendering presentations. Okay, then we have construction documents which we will learn. Yeah, and then we have a drawing sheet setup, like sheet setup, and we have cloud-based modeling which we will learn with the help of BIM 360 basically. That's a different software. So then we have some of the benefits of mastering the Revit architecture. Improves online collaboration and communications, model-based cost estimations, visualize projects in pre-constructions, okay, better coordination and clash detections, migrate risk and reduce cost, improve schedulings and sequence, increase production prefabrications, better safety and construction sites, execute overall better builds, streamline facility management and strengthen building handover. So what we saw is basically the each and everything, how each and every software and what is the extent of the software can go for. So that is what we need to understand with the help of these softwares. Okay, so we have some of the course and the syllabus for AutoCAD. For AutoCAD, we will start from the scratch. You guys will be learning each and everything from the scratch. We have some of the topics covered over here. These are some of the basic topics. Okay, everything is available in our website. You guys can go and have a look over there. Bro, we will be providing you some GFC drawings. Okay, some presentation presets. We'll be providing you some CTVs, some sample drawings, some 1,000+ blocks. We'll be providing you. This is a PDF available. You guys can go and have a look at it in the detail. For SketchUp, what we will do is we'll start from the basics. All the software will start from the basics, and then we will master each and every software. And this is the like we will understand from the basics, and we'll be providing you some 300 important plugins. Out of that, we will learn some 30+ plugins. Okay, from SketchUp, and then we will be learning complete modeling in SketchUp. All the plugin files I'll be providing you different types of models. This is a basic uh, uh, the basically the agenda which you guys can see in the website as well. And then in the Lumion, we will learn from the basics, the topics covered. Okay, the materials provided, we'll be providing you some 360 presets. Okay, some different types of presets. All the presets you can simply plonk and you can get a decent renderings. Similarly for Photoshop, we have all the things covered. You guys can see over here we have some of the materials provided. We'll be providing you portfolio making presentation presets, some 300+ PhD files I'll be providing you guys, which you guys can have it for lifelong. And then for Revit architecture, we will be learning Revit and Dynamo, where we will understand all these types of topics, and we will be giving you some 20+ plugins for Revit architecture and some 10+ scripts which we need to understand for Dynamo Studio, and 1,000+ different types of families for Revit. Okay, and some sample models in Revit which you guys can understand for Revit architecture, which you guys can understand, copy paste those models in your projects. This is some of the basic course and syllabus is there in the website. You guys can go and have a look. So the concept to presentation workshop with the help of AutoCAD, SketchUp, Lumion and Photoshop. This main workshop starts from August 1. The registrations will end on 31st of August. Okay, so the AutoCAD. So how this workshop works is we will be splitting into theory sessions and live sessions. So we'll be having some 4 live sessions for AutoCAD, 6 live sessions for SketchUp, 2 live sessions for Lumion, and 3 live sessions for Photoshop. So as you see over here, so we'll be providing you some 4-hour theory sessions. These are live recorded theory sessions. You guys should see the 3 hours, 4 hours theory sessions. After that, according to that, you guys will practice in live. You guys will be interacting with me live. You'll be practicing in front of me. You'll be sharing your screen. Okay, it is going to be a live and interactive workshop. Like that, we have some 30 days. The schedule is there available in the website as well. And then we have a competition, we have a cash prize for the competition winner as well. So all the recordings and all the live sessions are completely lifetime access for you guys. Okay. Similarly, for Revit workshop, which will start 2nd of August, the registration will end on the day 1st of August. We have all the Revit workshops are going to be live sessions. Each and every live session is going to be 2 hours of live session. Weekends will be given for weekend practices where you guys should be discussing with the mentor and as well as the tutor. Okay, each and everything needs to be explained. The submissions to be the exercises needs to be submitted. So like that, we have 20 days of workshop, and the last 5 days of workshop, you guys will be working on a competition. Like as I showed you the documented project, right? You guys will be creating a documented project with the help of Revit. What all you learned in this workshop. Okay, so that's how this workshop goes, and then we have a open panel where we will be announcing the winner as well. So we will be getting a lifetime access to the live sessions for these as well. Now we have a subscription plan basically. So what is subscription plan is like how much you guys, we have a silver combo. In this one time subscription, you guys will get AutoCAD, SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop, everything. So in this silver combo, you will not have access. So this is basically you guys will get access to all the theory recordings, but you guys will not have access to the doubt sessions. Okay, for the doubt sessions or for the you guys will not get certification. So this will cost you around 8,000. You guys can do it's a one-time payment, but for this basically this is 10,000, which is you can do it in installment. You guys will get 1 month of access, and unlimited access to the DAO session is restricted in this. So you guys will get all the same AutoCAD. It's a combo: AutoCAD, SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop. You guys can handles that. You guys will get 300 plus plugins for 1,000 plus components, which all been covered in the day-to-day topics. Okay, and then we have a platinum combo. It's a lifetime access course. Okay, platinum. So you guys will have 15 theory sessions and 15 live and practical workshop. Same as gold, but in this advantages you will get an unlimited access to the doubt sessions. Okay, so this will cost you around 15,000. You guys can pay it in the installments. So we'll see the installment process. So the installment process, first you guys can pay 1,000 during the registration of the workshop. Okay, and then the second installment can be done 60% after the day 1 of the live session. Okay, and then in the day 3 you guys can the third installment can be done 15 days after completing the 15 days of the workshop. So that's how the installment process works, because we believe that a lot of students and all the professionals should manage the financial part also. So that's why we are splitting it into installments as well. And then similarly, we have for AutoCAD the same, the silver, the gold, and for platinum. All the subscription plans are available in the website. You guys can go and have a look. Similarly, for SketchUp, we have subscription plans. Same follows for each and everything. And then we have Lumion, which goes Lumion Gold and Platinum, which goes for each and everything. And similarly, we have Photoshop. Each and every, you guys can also register each and individual softwares as well. If you guys want to go for combo, as you saw the combo subscriptions as well, where they're on the top. And then we have Revit BIM basically. A silver plan is not available for Revit BIM, but gold and platinum is available for BIM. Similarly, which is the gold will cost you for 12,000, which you guys can pay in installments. Similarly, platinum BIM Revit will cost you for 15,000, which you can pay in installments as well. As you guys can see over here, we can pay in installments with the help of 1,000 rupees during the registration of the workshop, and then you guys can pay the next for 60% during the live session, and then you can pay the rest 40% after the 15 days of the workshop. Okay, and then we have the refund policy. So refund will be active only after 24 hours after receiving the subscription email from us. You guys will be getting a subscription email. I'll be explaining you the website, how the website works. You guys will get an understanding of how the subscription, how you can register from the website also. Like refund is not eligible for installment subscribers who guys are there in the installment, right? Who guys are there who are subscribing for the installment side, it's not eligible for them. Okay, let me just explain you the website. So you guys can simply go to our www.amohammadzain.com. Okay, just a second, guys. So as you see over here, this is the website. You guys can simply go to our workshops. You guys can see we have something called courses offered over here. In this courses offered, you guys can simply find all the courses of a workshop. In this, whichever workshop you would like to participate for, you can participate in this. Simply, you just have to simply say course and syllabus to understand the course and syllabus of this workshop, the detailed workshop. Each and everything is being explained over here with the help of day-to-day schedules also. Let's say SketchUp. Okay, so SketchUp, you guys can see the detail day-to-day, like what all you will learn detailing in the day-to-day classes. Like each and everything is being shown over here. You guys can also see the live session dates. Simply click on the live session dates to see. You guys will find the schedule of the workshop and as well as the schedule like the live sessions, like when is the recent live session is going to happen. Okay, as you see over here, when is the recent live session, you can book the live session as well. Okay, so that's how you can try to book for even for a combo. You guys can see over here for each and every course. You guys can see over here, as you see each and everything that what all we will offer in this, and then what is the day to day, what you will all learn day to day in SketchUp, in Lumion. Okay, you will understand day to day what all you will learn. And then there is a quick video also explaining the detail, like the quick workshop which was done by me. It will be explaining you detail, which is will take you to um, basically to YouTube and explain each and everything. Okay, so yeah, this is how the refund policy works as well. You guys can go to the refund policies in website terms and conditions and as well as the disclaimers in a workshop, the website. So yes, hurry up. So enroll. The workshop registration starts from today and it will ends by 31st of August. Yeah. So now I request everyone who are in Teams and as well as Google Meet can unmute yourself, and as well as who are in Zoom can also unmute yourself and ask me the questions directly. And people who are in YouTube Live can chat in the live session, basically in the chat box. You guys can comment so that I can reply your questions. Yes, you guys can be free with me. You can ask any doubts. Yes, guys. Anything related doubts you guys can ask. Okay, I can see like there are no doubts. I'm surprised that this workshop I couldn't see any doubts. Usually we used to get a lot of doubts, but I am surprised that we don't have any doubts. That's great. Okay, then we will try to wind up this workshop. So the registration links are there. My team will be sending you guys all the details. You guys can register. Okay, it's not like it's a lifelong community. You guys can ask me any doubts anytime in the WhatsApp. You guys have a team's WhatsApp, right? You guys can simply understand. Yes. So the presentation was very much clear. So don't have any doubts. Thank you. Thank you for that. What if the live sessions are clashing up with the semester exams? You guys will be getting the live sessions recordings if you miss any of the live sessions. So you can cope up the live sessions. Okay, you guys can cope up with the live sessions. It will be given to you access for lifelong. You guys can go and have see the live sessions, and then you can continue and ask the questions in the other live sessions. Yes, Priyanka Sharma. Is it free? No. And you guys should subscribe this in our website. The website links will be provided. It is there in the description, basically in the YouTube description and also in the other channels as well. Okay. Yes. Yes, we'll be providing you the templates, all the details. You guys can go and view the materials, the amounts of materials which you are providing in this workshop. Okay, it's a 1 month pure workshop. You guys can go and have a look at it. You will get a detailed idea about what materials we provide. It is there in the website. Any other doubts, guys? It's really interesting to see a lot of it. Yes, it is valid for silver combo. We will be providing you the live session recordings. It is valid for silver combo as well. I have mic issues. I want to know if working drawings also including. Yes, we will be teaching you how to make working drawings both in AutoCAD and as well as in SketchUp as well as in Revit. Revit is completely a workshop only for construction documents. Purely working drawings you guys will learn in Revit workshop, BIM workshop. As well as in AutoCAD and SketchUp you guys will learn the same. Any other doubts, guys? Okay, fine then. I believe all the doubts are clear. So we will wind up this workshop. Thank you for participating in this workshop. We will see you at the August 1st. It's not like a community. It's like a community. You guys can ask any doubts, anything. You can ping me at my business number anytime. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining the workshop. Thank you all.